facing one of the worst wildfire disasters in its recent memory, and this comes as the country is still deeply embroiled in a brutal war with Hamas. On April 30th, Israel's Memorial Day, fires broke out across the hills and forests west of Jerusalem. This included areas like Eshtaol, Latron, and Judean mountains. Fire quickly engulfed all of these areas, and just as families were mourning their fallen soldiers, the flames brought a new kind of chaos and fear. Scorching heat, dry terrain, and winds gusting up to 100 kilometers per hour, they created the perfect storm, and in just a few hours, more than 100 fires had erupted, covering over 12 square kilometers. Agricultural fields were destroyed, forests burned, and even historic sites were not spared. They all came under threat. Major roads were shut down, including Route 1, a vital highway between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. And as a result, thousands were left with no choice but to flee on foot. Now, what makes this situation especially alarming is that many of the fires appear to be deliberate. They were acts of war. Israeli security forces say they've arrested people with lighters and accelerants at ignition points, and the country's internal security agency has also launched an investigation. Here, if you see viewers, social media is also under scrutiny as Hamas and allied Palestinian groups have reportedly used platforms such as Telegram and X to incite more arson attacks, calling on supporters to burn every tree, grove, and settler home. These social media posts even included maps and detailed instructions, turning digital tools into weapons of environmental destruction, a new kind of warfare that seems to be emerging in West Asia now. So viewers, you see, this is not just a wildfire emergency, it's a coordinated campaign of arson, and it's being used as a psychological weapon by Hamas. Israel's Memorial Day was meant to honor the dead, but the fires turned it into another day of fear and disruption. And it all links back to the war that began on October 7, 2023. This is when the Hamas launched a surprise attack on southern Israel, killing over 1,200 people and taking more than 250 hostages. Now, Israel's response, as we've seen, was swift and fierce. Airstrikes, a ground invasion, and a vow to completely dismantle Hamas. The war has left Gaza in ruins, and it's still far from over. Ceasefire talks have repeatedly failed. We have seen so many attempts have been made from both the sides. We have seen international mediators, including Egypt, trying to, bring both the sides on the table, but the attempts have failed repeatedly. And now, as the violence spreads to West Bank, the Red Sea, and northern Israel, the threat of wider regional war grows stronger by the day. Now, Hamas is using fire as a form of resistance. A spokesperson of the group declared that we will burn their land as they burn Gaza, sending a chilling message that these acts of arson are not just a natural disaster, they are part of a broader strategy. Now, Israel has declared these fires a national emergency. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has mobilized military and firefighting teams, over 120 of them. Aircraft, helicopters, all of them are in action, and help is also coming in from other countries, including Greece and Cyprus. Remember, this is the scale of damage that the country is witnessing right now. And despite the help that's coming, over 10,000 people have already been displaced. Farms, vineyards have been destroyed, and Independence Day celebrations have been cancelled. Another psychological blow to the Israelis. Defense Minister of the country, Yoav Gallant, has warned of retaliation. He has said that those behind the arson terror will be held accountable. Now, this crisis, viewers, is a stark reminder that modern warfare isn't just fought with rockets and rifles. Today, it includes fire, misinformation, and environmental sabotage. For Hamas, these fires stretch Israel's emergency response. They stoke fear among civilians. And for Israel, it's yet another front in an already complex war. We've seen Israel fighting against Hamas in Gaza, against Houthis in Yemen and Red Sea, and also against Hezbollah in Lebanon. So the coming days will test the nation's resilience, and as the flames rage, so does the broader conflict, a battle not just for land but also for psychological dominance. So viewers, this is not just nature gone rogue, this is war by other means. Thank you so much for watching this with me, Ishita Mitra. Stay tuned to India Today Global, where we simplify geopolitics for you.